So today I want to talk about something that's been on my heart for the past 48 hours. And that is stepping into a new chapter, stepping into the next level of life. And what I'm observing as I am in the process of rebuilding and relaunching my business, I noticed that there are levels to every stage in development. So it's like when you entered into a new level and you've done the work, you've faced the limited beliefs, you've had your breakthroughs after experiencing breakdown, you've had your moments of crying, of release, and you make it to that next level. You feel strong as you graduate to the next level, and then you find yourself back at the bottom or the beginning of the next level, knowing that you're not at the beginning of the level you just graduated from. You're at the beginning of the next level that you have ascended to. And then sometimes, or usually most of the times, whatever test that you had to experience in the previous level will show itself again, just to make sure you've got the lesson and that you've passed that test, right? And then that's where the practice begins to come in. Like, did I really overcome the fear of public speaking after going through various and many public speaking events? Or did I overcome the fear of posting my videos on social media and showing up and sharing my knowledge, my experience, and my inspiration to those to my audience, right? Or did you get past that stage of I'm good enough? You did the work, you recognize the triggers, and you put things in place to support you in that self-love and self-care. So this is something that's been on my heart and on my mind, and I just want to share with you because I'm noticing as I continue to ascend, there are areas that I struggled with that are becoming easier. And then there are areas that I've had challenge in that I'm noticing it's showing up again. And I'm like, oh God, I thought I got past this, but this is a part of the journey. So as I'm rebuilding my business and I'm diving deeper into my services and in the audience that I'm serving, I'm noticing that it's time for me now to reach out to other mentors who are doing what I want, who are in places that I want to be in terms of entrepreneurship, in terms of finance, in terms of personal growth and business growth. So this is something that I'm moving through, and I wanted to share this with you because maybe some of you can relate or maybe not. But what I'm really noticing is that thing of perfectionism tries to creep in when I'm going into new arenas. And it's like, it's not about being perfect. It's about progress. And this is going to be my mantra for the year and for now and in the upcoming year, because no matter what level we ascend to, you still have to master the mundane, have to master the basics, have to master the fundamentals. And what I'm learning as I'm growing my YouTube channel is that what the experts have said is continue to show up and practice and improve upon each video. You'll find your way through. You have some people who start YouTube, they're very clear on where they want to go. They come out the gate polished. If you want to compare your progress to them, which we shouldn't, but it happens. And you have some that's trying to figure their way through, who's trying to fine tune, who's using this as warm up to build their confidence, to build their voice, to build their audience, to build their business, and to build their perfect pitch. And with that, when we go back to progress allows you to focus on the small wins. It allows you to focus on the small step. It allows you to reflect back on day one and say, wow, this is where I was at day one. And here I am at day 60. It's a world of a difference. So progress allows you to continue to take those small steps so that you can have a day 60, so that you can have a day 365, so that you can go from zero income to 10,000 a month, so that you can go from living in the United States to traveling the world, so that you can go from being widowed with a broken heart to actually remarrying and finding love again, so that you can go from a divorcee who experienced one of the worst heartbreaks in marriage that you've ever had to finding new love, so that you can go from someone who was struggling in one area and now thriving in the other. This is what progress does. Progress allows you to focus on the small wins, celebrate the small wins, so that it can activate dopamine. And you know what dopamine and I did this and I shared about dopamine in a previous video. Dopamine is that hormone that celebrates when you're taking small steps or taking steps in a direction that you want, like signing up for a new course or taking that trip you've been wanting or saying yes to someone who wants to court you. It's that hormone that activates in the brain. So this is what progress does. Progress allows you to move bit by bit, inch by inch into the area that you desire. So I'm just here to just give a reminder to say that you are enough and that you are worth the support and aid, and you are worth someone's time to pour into you, my sister. You are worth to have someone share their ideas with you to help you expand. Because you know how it is when you pour into someone. You have no problem with volunteering your time, volunteering your ideas, volunteering your efforts, just generous with who you are and what God has blessed you with. But then you become stingy with your own self when it's time for people to give to you. So in this coming year, we have to say no more being stingy to myself. No more being stingy to yourself. It's now time to open up your heart and let yourself be vulnerable and tell someone, I need your help. Or I love that perspective. Allow your sister, your mentor, your coach, your friend, your family, and whomever God has coming into your life in the year of 2025 to pour into you, because you are worth it. So you could only be who you are. No one can force you to be anything other than who you are. So what you want to do, you want to allow yourself to just be. Don't try to be anything other than who you are. Know yourself, know your worth, know the direction that you want to go into, and then pace yourself bit by bit. Progress. Because there's going to come a point when you're going to take big leaps, quantum leaps. But to get started, you're taking those small steps and you're celebrating your progress, because you are worth it, my sister. I love you, and I'm so grateful that we are connected. Please don't forget to subscribe, and I would love to hear from you. Let me know what resonated with you most. Peace and love, my sister.